Here is the concept of Sthithaprajna for the YCB Level 3 aspirants. Sthita means steady and pragya means wisdom. This concept of steady wisdom is discussed extensively in chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna uvacha sthit pragyasya ka bhasha samadhisthasya keshava sthitadhihi kim prabhasheta kimasit vrajet kim. Arjun said, O Keshav, what is the disposition of one who is situated in divine consciousness? How does an enlightened person talk? How does he sit? How does he walk? Shri Bhagavan uvacha prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmanye vatmana tushtaha sthit pragyasya dochyate. The Supreme Lord said, O Parth, when one discards all selfish desires and cravings of the senses that torment the mind and becomes satisfied in the realization of the self, such a person is said to be transcendently situated. Dukheshvanu digmanaha sukheshu vigatasparaha vitaragabhaya krodha sthitadhir muniruchyate. One whose mind remains undisturbed amidst misery, who does not crave pleasure, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger is called a sage of steady wisdom. Yah sarvatra anbhishnehas tat prapya shubham nabhinandati na dveshti tasya pragya pratishtita. One who remains unattached under all conditions and is neither delighted by good fortune nor dejected by tribulations is a sage with perfect knowledge. Yada samharte chayam kurmongani visarvashah indriyani indriyarthebhya tasya pragya pratishtita. One who is able to withdraw the senses from their objects, just as a tortoise withdraws its limbs into its shell, is established in divine wisdom. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Aspirants may restrain the senses from their objects of enjoyment, but the taste for the sense objects remains. However, even this taste ceases for those who realize the Supreme. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manah. The senses are so strong and turbulent, O son of Kunti, that they can forcibly carry away the mind even of a person endowed with discrimination and who practices self-control. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha vashehi yasyendriyani tasya pragya pratishtita. Those who subdue their senses and keep their minds ever absorbed in me are established in perfect knowledge. Dhyayato vishayan punsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho abhijayate. While contemplating the objects of the senses, one develops an attachment to them. Attachment leads to desire, and from desire arises anger. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, Smriti Bhranshad Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranashyate. Anger leads to clouding of judgment, which results in bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, the intellect gets destroyed. And when the intellect is destroyed, one is ruined. Raga dvesha viyuktaistu vishayani indriyaischaran atmavashyai vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati. But one who controls the mind and is free from attachment and aversion, even while using the objects of the senses, attains the grace of God. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhihi paryavatishthate. By divine grace comes the peace in which all sorrows end, and the intellect of such a person of tranquil mind soon becomes firmly established in God. Nasti buddhir ayuktasya nacha ayuktasya bhavana nacha abhavayatah shanti ashantasya kutah sukham. But an undisciplined person who has not controlled the mind and senses can neither have a resolute intellect or a steady contemplation on God. For one who never unites the mind with God, there is no peace. And how can one who lacks peace be happy? Tasmada yasya mahabaho nigrahitani sarvashah indriyani indriyarthebhyah tasya pragya pratisthita. Therefore, one who has restrained the senses from their objects, O mighty armed Arjun, is firmly established in transcendental knowledge. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. What all beings consider as the day is the night of ignorance for the wise, and what all creatures see as night is the day for introspective sage. Esha brahme sthiti partha nayanam prapya vimuhyate sthitva simante kalepi brahma nirvana mricchate. O Parth, such is the estate of an enlightened soul that having attained it, one is never deluded again. Being established in this consciousness, even at the hour of death, one is liberated from the cycle of life and death and reaches the supreme abode of God. This completes the concept of Sthithaprajna for the YCB Level 3 aspirants.